Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I would like to talk about action cameras. Usually when you talk about action cameras you think about GoPro and they have been leading in the market for a very long time, but there are many options in the market, and one of the options that we're going to talk about today is the Insta360 One R. The Insta360 One R is very similar to the GoPro in terms of looks. First of all, you can see this packaging looks amazing. I've used the camera before, but I really like the packaging. I really want to show you guys how the packaging look like. So in this package you get the Insta360 One R with a 1-inch mod, meaning that you have a Leica lens and a 1-inch sensor. You have two batteries, and you have a 360 mod as well. What do I mean by mods? With this 360, with this specific model, you have a modular camera, meaning that you can attach a 360 camera. You can have a 360 camera like this, waterproof, up to 5 meters. When it's like this, you can just use it as a normal action camera doing 360. If you would like to use something with a bit more quality, that's not just the 360, you can take it apart and put the 1-inch mod, and you will have a 1-inch sensor. By the camera being modular, that means that you can have display facing this way or facing this way, no problems at all. And you can always, you attach it like this and it simply works either way. This is a great system because it's modular, meaning that if you buy the 4K version, for example, and later on you decide to upgrade, you want to have the 1-inch mod, you can buy it. If you lose, break, destroy this 360, you can also get this. You can get pretty much anything you want and just keep it as modular as possible. They will release more things for the camera as well, so you don't actually have to be changing camera every time they release something new. You just need to buy the module, which is pretty cool. They send, with a small selfie stick. They send also with a protection for the 360 camera, the lens, so when you carry it around and so on, you can just protect it like this. It has 2 batteries, which is awesome, and you have a normal case. This is the case that I use because I like to use external mics on this, so I use this one. I have another one in here as well. This is the original one, doesn't have the hot shoe mount on the top, but apart from that, it's pretty much the same. This is pretty easy to put in. You just open up the case, do this. One thing I don't like about this is that every time you have the 1-inch mod, you need to remove the cover of the mod, put it in, close it up, and close it up like that. With that being said, it also takes a little bit of the screen real estate from this side if you have the camera pointing at you. I want to say that Insta360 sent me this camera. They didn't pay me to do this review or talk about it, but I'm going to be honest, and I have to say if I like the camera or not. I have to say from the tests I've made, and because of the situation right now, I cannot really go out much. In the place where I live, we are in lockdown, so I cannot really go and test a whole lot. I've done some testing, I've done some pictures, I've done some video. I really like it. It's a huge, oops. It's also shockproof. I really like it. The thing I don't like is the external mic. They sent me this as well, which is to connect the external mic, and you just put it like so. And there are a few drawbacks to this. First of all, I find this being very dangerous in a position that can easily break. As you walk around with it, it might easily break. The cover could be a little bit bigger on the side, and you could actually have the mic set up a bit more protected. With that being said, that's fine. It still works. What I didn't really like was the quality of the sound coming from the Insta360 One R with the external mic. With internal mic, it's okay for certain situations. I wouldn't often use it because I usually shoot close to waterfalls and things like that, and that is a bit disturbing. Apart from that, the mic is actually okay, but if you want to use an external mic, I wouldn't recommend this camera. This is the only reason I wouldn't recommend this camera, is if you want to vlog and you want to use an external mic. Another thing with a 1-inch mod is that the focusing system, when I have a like this, is too close, meaning that the 1-inch camera is fantastic, but you need to be a bit further apart. So if you want this for vlogging, I wouldn't recommend. But if you want for anything else, it's far superior to the GoPro. So yeah, this camera really has an interesting design. It uses the exact same points as the GoPro. So if you have any GoPro attachments, they all work with this. It's exactly the same way they work. So yeah, my really drawback is really the sound of it. And sometimes it's annoying that you need to remove this every single time you want to attach it. I don't think there is any other way around it at the moment, but maybe a different case or a different way of setting up the case. But I really like that this is modular and you can do actually whatever you want with it and face whatever any way you want. I really think this is a game changer for action cameras. Having 1-inch sensor is great. Like, it has been a very long time that I wish an action camera would have a 1-inch sensor. You know, I'm vlogging with these cameras. I like to vlog with these cameras, and I do the 360. And if you guys have seen my latest videos, I always have a 360 piece over there. I would like to do more once the lockdown is over. I really want to explore this camera and use it more. But having that sensor and the benefit of that sensor, it's really a big plus. So it's definitely a camera I would recommend if you do normal action shots like you would do with a GoPro. I think this is a much better option. It's cheaper, it's more capable, and is modular. It does everything what a GoPro does, plus you have two cameras in one. In other systems, you will have to buy a 360 camera and a normal camera, and on this one you don't. Actually, it's that good. And you can see it's small. It's very similar to a GoPro size, and you have this selfie stick, which extends about this. It's not huge. I have a 3-meter one, which I do some of the 360s with, but this for normal going around, I think is more than enough. Battery life, it lasts for about 2 hours or so with me. I usually try to shoot at 5.7K when possible, and I keep changing lenses and I keep changing the mods and so on, and I keep reviewing my footage on the field. So, but about 2 hours, it can be safe to say that you have. Plus, you have an extra battery already coming with this specific set I got, and batteries are very light, so you just throw it in your bag and you don't even think about it, which is very good. Using a 360 camera can be very beneficial in many ways. You can just put the camera on a tripod and you will get everything, and then in post-production you can choose what kind of frames you want to pick and what kind of compositions you want to pick, which is great for someone that is actually filming alone, like which is my case very often. So this is very handy to know, that I know I have everything. Like in case I'm missing or in case I have any doubts, I can just use this and I always know I have everything. Using their invisible stick, that also means that while doing 360, you can be very creative because the stick won't be shown in the footage. They have their own software, which is very good. I've used it for a while. I wish they had a plugin for DaVinci Resolve. They have a plugin for Adobe Premiere, and you can just import your footage directly there. And with the plugin, you should be able to edit everything. I usually use DaVinci Resolve. There is no update for that. There is no plugin for that. So I've tried it in Premiere. I've tried to use, but I just use their own software, and then I pre-edit there, and then I export it to DaVinci Resolve, and then I continue from there. It also has a very good stabilization. When it comes to stabilization, these cameras, they do it through software. It's not gimbal-like, but they do a pretty good job stabilizing your footage. I can show you of some footage that has been stabilized and some that hasn't been stabilized, and you can see the difference how well this works. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video about the Insta360 One R 1-inch mod. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Later on, I want to do a comparison between the Insta360 One R and my GoPro Hero 9, and I'm also thinking about doing a comparison of pictures between the GoPro, the Insta360, and my Sony RX100 Mark III. It also has 1-inch sensor, so it will be interesting to see how they compare, actually. So they both have Leica lenses, both the Sony and the Insta360. So I'm really curious how they can compare. But at the moment we cannot really go out, so I will do that in a later stage. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys in the next one.